If you've been thinking about setting up an international business structure that could potentially give you 0% tax while accessing world-class banking, then you're at the right place. Today I'm gonna show you exactly how to open a company in Hong Kong as a foreigner step by step. Now here's the thing. Hong Kong has been one of the most popular low-tax jurisdictions for a very long time. We are talking about a 0% tax structure to their offshore exemption, access to Tier 1 banking infrastructure, and a legal system that's been business-friendly for decades. So if you're running an e-commerce store, a consulting or agency business, or a SaaS, this video is going to be perfect for you. While it's very easy and affordable to set up a company in Hong Kong, actually running the company and the annual compliance can be more complicated than other restrictions. But by the end of this video, you know exactly what it takes to set up your Hong Kong company, what the real costs are, how to handle the banking situation, and most importantly, how to stay compliant so you can actually get the low tax benefits. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into it. Alright, so before we can actually form the company, we need to understand what Hong Kong requires from foreign business owners. And this is where a lot of people get confused, because there are 4 specific requirements that you absolutely must have in place. First off, we have what is called a designated representative. This person has to be a Hong Kong resident and their job is to maintain something called the Significant Controller Register. Now basically, this is an official registry that contains information of who controls the company. Now if you're not a Hong Kong resident yourself, this role is handled by someone local or handled by your service provider. Next up, you need at least 1 director for your company. The good news is that this person can be you. The director doesn't need to be a Hong Kong resident. This is different from places like Singapore where you need a local resident director. So as a foreigner, you can be the sole director of your Hong Kong company without any issues. The third requirement is a company secretary. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. The secretary must be a Hong Kong resident, and this is important, they cannot be the same person as the sole director. So this means even if you were living in Hong Kong and a Hong Kong resident, you couldn't appoint yourself to both positions, you need 2 separate people for these roles. Then finally, you need a registered address in Hong Kong. Now this has to be a physical address, this can be a business address or a residential address, but you cannot use a PO box. This is where all your official correspondence will be sent, including communications from the government, bank statements, unless you specify otherwise. Now I know what you're thinking, this sounds like a lot to coordinate if you're doing this yourself. And we haven't even got to the company formation or the annual compliance part, and you're absolutely right. But there's a reason Hong Kong works this way. Hong Kong is one of the most reputable business jurisdictions in the world. The regulatory standards, the compliance requirements and due diligence checks exist to ensure that companies incorporated here are legitimate. And because of this, Hong Kong companies are widely trusted by banks, payment providers and international partners. That trust gives you access to some of the world's strongest financial infrastructures, including Tier 1 banking, and that reputation is exactly why so many global businesses choose Hong Kong. And when you combine that reputation with Hong Kong's territorial tax system, where foreign sourced income can qualify for a 0% tax rate, it becomes clear why so many international online businesses choose this jurisdiction. But because of these requirements, you want to make sure you have the right guidance for setting up your company, but also staying compliant each year. And this is why most people work with a service provider who can handle all of these requirements in one package. And my personal service provider for my Hong Kong structure is called Osome, which is an all-in-one Hong Kong incorporation service specifically made for foreigners. They handle all the government filings, maintain your significant controller register, get the secretary for you like we talked about before, and most importantly, help you stay compliant with the annual requirements. So through a service provider is how most foreign founders do it, and Hong Kong is a top tier jurisdiction, but only when structured correctly. So if you want to open a company in Hong Kong, I've left the link down in the description for Osome. From there, you can see exactly what they offer and book a free introduction call to check both whether Hong Kong and Osome are the right fit for your business. During this step, they'll ask you some basic information about your setup. This includes things like the nature of your business, for example, e-commerce or online services, your director details, if you'll be the sole director, your nationality, how quickly you want the company incorporated, your estimated yearly revenue, and so on. This helps them determine the correct accounting structure and company setup for your business. Now, even if you use a service provider, it's still good and important to be aware of how the company is formed and what's actually happening behind the scenes. So let's talk about how a Hong Kong company is actually formed without getting lost in the paperwork. And at a high level, the Hong Kong government requires 3 things for every company. an official incorporation filing, a business registration with the tax authorities, and a disclosure of who ultimately controls the company. And every Hong Kong company, local or foreign owned, must go through this process. This then includes filing the company incorporation with the company's registry, registering the business with the Inland Revenue Department, and setting up the Significant Controller Register, which controls who owns and controls the company. These are legal requirements, but this is not something you need to handle yourself as a foreigner personally, because your licensed Hong Kong service provider like Osome will handle these things. The government filings, the payments of government fees, completing the compliance registers, and the background and AML check required by law in Hong Kong. When everything is then submitted correctly, incorporation usually takes between 1 and 3 business days. Sometimes it's completed within a single day, but in recent years Hong Kong has increased compliance checks, so in some cases it can take a bit longer. Once the process is then complete, you receive your certificate of incorporation. I put one right here as well. This is the official proof your company is legally formed in Hong Kong. Your business registration certificate, which confirms your company is registered with the Hong Kong tax authorities and includes your official business registration number, the BRN. You get access to your service provider portal for the accounting to manage your company details, filings, documents, all of that. You get your Hong Kong business address, your company's official registered address in Hong Kong, and the full set of statutory company documents, so all your legally required corporate documents, including registers, resolutions, and compliance records. At that point, your Hong Kong company officially exists and is ready to move on to banking and operations. Now, before we do that, as mentioned before, forming a company in Hong Kong is quite the easy part. It's actually maintaining the company in good standing that requires the most preparation. This is still not a big deal as long as you work with a proper accountant who understands Hong Kong regulations and how foreign structures work for online businesses. Once again, when working with Osome, the accounting and maintaining of the business is taken care of to make sure you have real-time financial insights, and they have specific experience in working with e-commerce and other online businesses. Now let's talk about banking, because this is honestly one of the most important parts of setting up your Hong Kong company. And many people have said it can be a bit tricky if you're not a Hong Kong resident, but it's still absolutely doable. You just need to approach it in the right way. And as a business owner in Hong Kong, there are basically 2 routes you can take. Option 1 are traditional Hong Kong banks. I'm talking about banks like HSBC or Bank of China in Hong Kong. These give very strong credibility and local Hong Kong presence, especially if you're working with international clients or you want that local Hong Kong prestige. But here's the thing, they're very selective when it comes to non-residents. They usually won't accept walk-in clients, even though technically you can apply online. In reality, you need a referral from a CPA or professional service provider to even get considered. In some cases, traditional banks will also require you to travel to Hong Kong for an in-person verification meeting. So this route can involve physically being there. I would say this is best if you specifically need a direct local Hong Kong banking relationship. Option 2 is opening a digital bank, which is what I recommend also when starting. As what most founders do nowadays is start with a neobank like Airwallex or Aspire. These are built for online entrepreneurs, they're way more flexible for international founders, and the entire application can be done online. You're usually looking at around 5 to 7 business days for the review and approval. Now, this is ideal if you're running a remote business, whether that's e-commerce, consulting, online services, or pretty much anything digital, and it allows you to already get operational with things like Shopify, Stripe, PayPal, and much more as well. So personally, what I recommend is start with a digital bank to get it up and running quickly, and then if you ever need it, apply for a traditional Hong Kong bank later on, once your company and operations are established. Then what you need for either route, no matter which option you pick, the documents required are pretty much the same: the certificate of incorporation, the business registration certificate and the number, information about yourself, so passport and ID for all the directors, and mainly for local banks, proof of source of funds. I listed a tip as well. Hong Kong banks are extremely compliance driven, so make sure your documents look professional and that your business model is clearly explained. Talking about compliance, Hong Kong has mandatory annual compliance requirements that you can absolutely not ignore. First off, audits. Under the company's ordinance, all Hong Kong incorporated companies must prepare financial statements and have them audited every year. This is different from the US or many European countries where there is a chance you get an audit. In Hong Kong, the audit is mandatory. Then comes the tax side. Because Hong Kong applies a territorial principle, only profits from within Hong Kong get taxed. Now you can apply for an offshore profits tax exemption if you generate your income and carry out operations entirely out of Hong Kong, which is probably what you're after. But this 0% tax rule isn't automatic. There will be checks to see if your company operates outside of Hong Kong to apply to this rule, and again, with a service provider they do this for you. When your customers are abroad, your services are delivered online, and you don't have any staff or operations physically in Hong Kong, then your profits are considered foreign sourced. And like I showed, foreign sourced income isn't taxed in Hong Kong. So if you're doing e-commerce, dropshipping, or consulting, or anything else online, and you're managing everything from overseas, then yes, you qualify for 0% corporate tax under the offshore exemption. Lastly, you need to file the annual returns with the company's registry, basically confirming the members' records, the shareholder register, the director, and the secretary, and if anything changed. And if you use a good provider, they take care of this all in the background, so you stay compliant and don't accidentally lose your tax benefits. Now let's talk about the cost, so you have a realistic picture of what this setup actually looks like up front and on an ongoing basis. So if you're looking at a professional service provider like Osome, you'll mostly see that they offer two main pricing options. A basic package, and this option is intended for business owners who already have a Hong Kong office address, so realistically this is mainly suitable for people who are residents in Hong Kong. Then there's also the complete option, which is designed for foreigners who want a stress-free setup with all the required services included. This is the option we're looking for here, so let me show you what this looks like. Like I said, accounting is really important in Hong Kong. So for the question, how will you handle finances and compliance, I would recommend using Osome's accounting. The accounting starts at around 292 Hong Kong dollars per month, which is roughly $30 USD. After that, you'll fill in your expected revenue for the first financial year. So for easy calculation to USD, I would recommend dividing by 10. So this will be 10 to 20,000 USD, 20,000 to 60,000 USD, and so on. For this video, I'll click 0 to $200,000 Hong Kong dollars. Next, I need to know the level of involvement from the accountant. This depends on how complex your business will be. If you're only using the company to invoice a few clients per month, the accounting will be relatively simple and the annual management report will be sufficient. If this will be your main operating business with many transactions, expenses, and income sources, then it's generally a better idea to select the monthly management report. Based on these answers, Osome then shows you what they recommend. As you can see right here, for registering the company, it will include the full incorporation with all the details necessary. It also includes the full corporate structure right here, meaning your company secretary and statutory setup is handled correctly, so you're fully compliant. So this then brings the one-time cost for a company formation to around 10,345 Hong Kong dollars, which is roughly $1,100 USD. And for the ongoing cost, I'll be paying around 3,500 Hong Kong dollars per year for the accounting and $3,000 per year after the first year for the registered address in Hong Kong. So basically that's $1,100 up front and around $600 per year after. However, this can vary based on your business size. So that's the full process of opening a Hong Kong company as a foreigner. And here's my honest advice. Unless you already know Hong Kong corporate law inside out, use a professional service. Now personally, I recommend Osome. They take care of the incorporation, the secretary, the address, compliance filing, and guide you on tax structuring so you don't mess anything up. It saves time, money, and a ton of headache. I'll leave a link below, check them out if you're serious about setting up in Hong Kong. With that being said, have an amazing rest of your day.